India has about 60,000 private schools, and we estimate that about 40,000 of them are mass market schools that, just as a rough definition, this is 600 rupees average fees a month or less is really what we're talking about. And these schools are throughout the country. All the major metros, tier 2, tier 3 cities, there are lots of private schools in rural areas. And these schools are almost completely unbanked. Nevertheless, some of them are very, very good, and they're really small and medium enterprises. They have, many of them have between 1 and 2,000 students. So there's quite a cash flow that's coming from these businesses. And, the question that we were asking ourselves several years ago was, how can you have so many of these private schools, all with needing resources to grow, and no one is able to provide them money? Our goal is to show that it's viable, show that schools will pay back, show that schools can improve their physical plant and the quality of their academic programs, so that other lenders are enticed to come and do the same thing. We started lending in January of this year, and we'll finish October with about 140 schools financed, or we've committed finance to 140 schools, which is a lot in that amount of time. We're opening up a second branch in Bangalore in December, and then 2 additional branches in Pune and Chennai in the first half of 2010. So we expect to end 2010 with around 1,000 schools having received finance from us. One lesson we're trying to, grab inspiration from microfinance is that we need to find a shortcut for identifying what the best borrowers look like, right? Because there are no financials, numbers are basically off the table. There's nothing you're going to look at that's at all reliable. So you're really talking about qualitative factors, right? So as we analyze our existing portfolio and the habits and characteristics of the schools that we've already lent to, we're realizing we're beginning to see a few of the sort of green flags and red flags that can tell us whether or not a borrower makes sense. So for example, schools run by women are uniformly well-run, buttoned up, responsible financially in the way they plan, and also tend to have higher academic standards. And parents keep their kids in the school. Schools that are where the owners own the premises are better schools. If the student-teacher ratio is 35-1 or better, the schools are stronger because the school's not trying to squeeze liquidity out of every last teacher. And so there are a number of signals like that are beginning to tell us, or sort of leading indicators that are helping us understand who would make a good borrower and who wouldn't. And this is important to us because our strategic goal is to identify the 10 or 15% of the private school owners who have a combination of business skill to run a school effectively, as well as strong academic results. And those are the ones that we want to keep investing in. We really believe that betting on local entrepreneurs is really going to be the key to achieving impact, right? So that we could we anticipate ending 2013 with between 4,500 and 5,000 loans, right? But if those loans are beginning to go to people who are themselves expanding their education programs and touching more students and touching more students with better education, then the multiplier effect of our work just becomes much greater. In the largest private school market in the world, which is India, we're the only lenders that we have noticed, right? It could be that there are banks or finance companies that are doing odd loans here and there, but not that we have discovered. And in fact, there are not very many school lenders anywhere that we've noticed. The key takeaway is it's surprising that after 9 months of lending, we're somewhat in the forefront, because we don't feel like we're in the forefront, but no one else is really this advanced. From our point of view, the more we can help other lenders, no matter where they are, understand how we're doing it, it gives them some inspiration, and we will learn also. A lot of the sort of innovations that we've introduced have come from comments and suggestions that people who are interested in this field have made.